so I'm gonna talk about in this video this concept theory that is not new, but it was just spoken about from somebody that we all look at as either a IQ icon or a cuckoo. And this is Elon Musk theory concept about life being a simulation, aka a video game. Now, this concept, I wouldn't call it his concept. He was just the first to just state it out loud. This concept of life being a video game is very correspondent to a teaching, Egyptian old studies, Egyptian mysteries of the afterlife, or the underworld, life after death, as we so know from, Biggie Smalls' Life After Death. For the most part, most people having the general knowledge and common awareness of knowing that there is some type of afterlife after life. This is not like, the afterlife is not like race, religion, and fucking politics. It's common. Afterlife studies are, speech and speaking is common, I would say. Duh. All right, so he has this theory, Elon Musk has this theory, life is a video game, it's a simulation. Well, here's a little bit of context, here's a little bit of details to what that means. If life is a simulation, a video game, like how you would run on a computer, simulation on a computer is a series, it's a deduction series. It's a program, a simulation for you to run so that you can witness the result of what, your if-then equation. So a simulation on a computer it's a program. You want to know the result of your if-then equation, your if-then scenario, like a video game. What if you do this in a video game, you get that outcome? What if you do that in a video game, you get that outcome? So simulation and video game is essentially the same thing. So life is like simulation, a video game. You're the video game character. You're the non-playable character. You're supposed to be the non-playable character because nobody else is supposed to play you besides yourself. So everybody's a bit off with how they're using that context, that terminology. Nobody's supposed to play you. How you play yourself, right? So now there's an order to how this all works, because every system of chaos, every chaos has its divine order, secret order. All chaos stems from order, some secret order somewhere. So if life was a simulation, a video game, right? This would be coincidence. This would be in tandem with life having an afterlife. So death would not be the correct terminology to use or to teach to your offspring, to your teenager. Growing up, it's gonna help them. It might help them get through death easier. They might get through death easier. Learning from young that there's only an afterlife after life. Whether you don't know the details, you don't know context, you don't know the background of it, that's fine. But there's life after life. A child will understand it very easily, and they can learn the details of it as they study and they learn as they get older. But just to emotionally handle the transition of somebody, whether it's a parent, a brother, a sister, a friend, a loved one, partner, a dog, a pet, it's very important for people to understand from young that, hey, life goes on. You see it all the time. You see the movies, TVs, magazines, everywhere, series. Life goes on. So now, what is the details of this? What is the details of the life after life? Living life after life. How does it work? How does it work, right? Because this corresponds to the music I'm making, reference to Micheal Jackson, R.I.P. the late Micheal Jackson, the only person ever in existence to be, coined the king of pop. that's his statue. That's his memory. That's his impact. King of Pop. So now, I refer to myself as the second King of Pop, also a second R&B, King of R&B, which nobody else does. Right? Nobody else calls him the second of this or the second of that. It's either you're the first one or you're not the next one at all. I don't know why niggas do it. I could say the shit. Hey, niggas don't do it. I'll do it. I'm the second King of Pop. I'm the second goddamn King of R&B. I don't know why they feel like if you can't be the second, you can't acknowledge the first one for being the first one. Fucking weirdos. But anyway, the point is, right? Life is a video game. Life is a simulation. Is the notion that, all right, there's a life after life. And here's why it's a denotion. It's a connotation. Here's why. If life is a video game, like a simulation, right? You would have to be accumulating experience. Your purpose here would be to accumulate an experience. To accumulate an experience, to accumulate experience in general. So now, here's the catch. Here's the oxymoron, really. Don't think too hard about the catch-22s. They're very simple. Very simple. The accumulation that you accumulate as the main character, the main video game character of your life, right? In your life, in your current life, is with a group of people that you are here to meet new. You are here to meet new. Because once you transition to your afterlife, once your physical body expires and you transition to your afterlife, you are harmonizing. Your frequency is harmonizing to a place and to a group of people. It might be friends, family, who you're set and go familiar with. You're already set and go familiar with them. It's like a snapback. Like, oh shit. And it's just back to life. Look, back to life. That's your previous life. Back to reality, and that's your next life. That's your afterlife. That's your reality. Well, oh, I'm back to reality. I'm back with the group of people. I'm back with a group of friends, people, family that they give a fuck about you. You're back with the ones who give a fuck about you. Once you gain enough experience and you know what to do, you know how to tell your transition point from your last transition point, you know how to tell this transition point from this life to the next life, then you can keep experiencing your life with the same group of people without going back to a life or experiencing a life where you're meeting newer people at a perceivable randomness, where you don't really meet people on a synchronistic level of awareness. You're just kind of like meeting people randomly. You're not on top of how you're meeting people and what you're meeting people for, the way you would be in your afterlife, where you're already with your group of peers, colleagues, whatever, and you're already familiar with the frequency that you accumulated to become. You've accumulated to be from your past life. So your afterlife it's a familiarity with the well-knowns and the knowns. And your previous life is always with a group of people that you might have created strong emotional bonds with. You might have created trauma bonds, love bonds, friendship bonds. You might have created so many bonds with so many different people. It might have been 3 people throughout your whole life. It might have been 100 people throughout your whole life that you can call your bestest of friends. Only few of them are from that group of travelers from your afterlife. Only few of them. And the rest of them are new. And you don't get to see how new they are. You don't really get to see how healthy they were or how unhealthy they were towards you until you transition to your afterlife. And then you say, oh man, that motherfucker wasn't that important. Wasted mad time, energy, breath on that motherfucker. That motherfucker wasn't that important. What was important was who you was becoming, how you felt about who you was and who you was becoming, and what you thought about what you did, what you thought about what you spoke, what you thought about, how you reacted and responded to scenarios with different people at different places. that is what accumulated you to be who you was at that transition point where you recalibrated or you reharmonized with those that who were already on that frequency that you accumulated along the journey of your life. So now, if you are listening, then you would know this is similar to like a goddamn video game. It's like a goddamn like a video game. It's like, what the fuck? You know, your person, your individual, who you are, your non-playable character, because you're not supposed to be played with. I mean, you don't want nobody playing with you, right? It don't matter what race or religion or background you come from, you don't want to be played with. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to know what that means in all contexts, in all, you know, in all definition. Don't fucking play with me, unless I invite you to play with me. It's like a video game. I mean, just don't jump in my lobby and think you about to play with me. I ain't invite you in my lobby, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck out of here. It's like that. You want to be a non-playable character. Not everybody's non-playable character. Some people get played the fuck out of. Now, when you look at, you know, your current life as your current life as your previous life from an afterlife that you can accustom yourself to be familiar with. You can accustom yourself to accept that in your afterlife, you're gonna be familiar with stuff, with people, with a new group of friends. You're gonna be familiar with this new group of, you know they're new. They're gonna look new, but you're gonna be familiar. The feeling is just gonna be familiar, but they're all gonna be new. They're like, you're gonna be like, these are not the same people from my last group. I thought I was gonna be friends to the end with the last motherfuckers in my last life. I thought I was gonna be friends. I thought we was gonna be bowling forever. We was gonna be eternal buddies. And then you realize those are some new motherfuckers. Those are new motherfuckers. That's what life is like, from life to afterlife. If you wanna understand, you know, how the Egyptians taught death, how they taught death. This is nothing hokey pokey. This is nothing you know, too supernatural or too what do you call it, conspiracy or what's the word, goddamn, what's the goddamn, fake science. It's not like fake science where it's like pseudoscience. It is not like pseudoscience where, you know, your life, the idea of an afterlife can't be proven empirically by scientific data. It can be, right? This is what Elon Musk is. This is what he is unconsciously about. He would love to empirically prove that there's an afterlife, and our lives now running concurrent to our afterlives is a video game, and it's a simulation that we're running on ourselves. And yeah, it's fine. It's a fine theory. It's a fine concept. But motherfucker, if you can't prove it empirically without a doubt, using, you know, hard scientific facts of what we already know, then everybody can enjoy it. Everybody can enjoy it, but nobody's gonna like implement this newfound, you know, way of science. Nobody's gonna implement the science. You can theoreticalize, you can study science, you can enjoy science, you can listen to science, but it doesn't matter. None of it matters if you're not gonna implement the fucking science. So now, essentially, your previous life and your next life are going to be two different groups of friends, two different groups of places, experiences. The one life, the afterlife, is going to be familiar. The last life is not. Is going to be apparent by random. It's never random. Your previous life, which is your life now, is never by random, but it'll appear random. But your afterlife is not going to appear random. It's never going to be an apparent randomness. It's going to be apparent randomness in your previous life. That's how you know it's your previous life. Now, you can start your afterlife during the course of your previous life with a habit. It's called cold turkey. So if you are on a journey like we all are in life, right? you can start actually practicing for your afterlife. This sounds very ancient Egyptian culture, don't it? You can actually start preparing for your afterlife, practicing for your afterlife by, you know, implementing habits such as cold turkey. When you just stop doing something like that, like then I say your afterlife is like a snapback, back to reality. You can just cold turkey something, a habit, be an unhealthy habit that you might have gotten, you might have developed from a child, you might have gotten from somebody else, or from a place, or from experiences, and you can start recalibrating early on and harmonizing early on before you can even transition, before your bodily fluids transition, and you can start developing a further vision, a further foresight. You can develop a further foresight of who you would be, you know, in a larger time span that you know your body is not going to handle. You know your body is not going to handle 300 years. But you can have a further vision of who you are harmonizing to be once you cold turkey some habits, you cold turkey some people. People always talk about toxic this, like cutting people off, spiritual, blah, blah, blah. But that's how you do it though. You cut people off, you cut habits off, you cut places off, you just cut whatever's unhealthy to you, and you know it's unhealthy. It might be a guilty pleasure that might be unhealthy. If you're not doing it with discipline, and you know it's unhealthy for you, you just cut it off. You have to have the power. You have to have the willpower. You have to have the willpower, the power of will to cut something off that you know is unhealthy for you. It might be pleasurable, it might be feeling good, it might feel good, it might stimulate you, but it might not be healthy for you. You know what I mean? It might not be healthy for you. And so when you do that, you can start actually applying who you are in your afterlife, in your previous life, before you even transition, before you even go. So you can start practicing, you can start implementing who you are in your afterlife with an entirely different cast of people from who you was in your previous life. The motherfuckers that you thought was your ace boom coon, you thought they was your right hand, you thought they was your muscle, you thought they would do anything in back, you do anything in back for them. But once you go, they was never that for you. They was never that for you. Now imagine Michael Jackson. It was never that. Michael Jackson went from, oh man, girls throwing pennies on the stage from him as a little boy, then he went to Wacko Jacko. A grown woman throwing pennies at him. It's a Wacko Jacko. Right? But he recouped. Now his legacy is immaculate. I would call Michael Jackson's legacy immaculate. You know, his post hummus legacy is immaculate, right? The little Wacko Jacko phase, the little Wacko Jacko narrative, it was a phase, right? But during that phase, we seen who turned their backs on him. We seen who stuck with him, and we seen to the end, and then we seen who turned their back on him. And with that being said, when you listen to the Don Vibes Catch-22 brand, the slogan, the music, just know that if MJ had a dojo in the afterlife, because it's not hard to believe that some of our great icons, you know, they live on. Go figure. So cliche, right? But they live on. They move on. You can imagine if he had a dojo and, you know, everybody doesn't pass. Everybody doesn't get the belt. Everybody doesn't graduate the dojo. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for Joe doing what Joe did, would Michael have become who Michael have became? Those are the lessons that you really appreciate, you know, after life. Once it's all said and done. It's like, goddamn. Everybody done turned on me and shit, but guess what? I wouldn't have became who I became if it wasn't for Joe doing what? Making him sing those songs, making him write those lyrics, making him dance those dances. Because how would I be a student of Michael's dojo and graduate? How would I graduate Michael's dojo? How would I be the only student who can carry the flame, who can carry the torch? And I only been singing for, the later part of my life. Even Mike know, oh man, I was a singer since I was a little boy. You just started singing at 28 years old? What the fuck? You just started singing like late as an adult? What the fuck are you doing here? What are you here for? How are you this harmonious? How are you harmonizing where I am and who I'm sharing my space with? And you ain't lived and breathed this experience, this accumulation. Well, one, impression. My impression is that I only know one person whose music that I listen to that I felt okay with being able to listen to their genre of music. When you grow up as a boy, you're not gonna be the only boy in the group. You listen to R&B and love songs. Everybody else listen to rap music. You all play basketball. Everybody plays basketball. Everybody play football. Everybody want to talk to the girls. Everybody want to do boy stuff. But I'm the only boy in the group listening to R&B music, and everybody else listen to rap music. Nah, I grew up listening to rap music. I listen to R&B. Micheal Jackson was R&B for me, right? Micheal Jackson was cool. This guy, he's good. He's that good. This guy's that good, right? I can listen to R&B and be shit. I'm cool, and not feel like I'm listening to R&B, and I'm being looked at like I'm weird, like I'm sensitive, like I'm the girliest boy in the motherfucking group. Because everybody listen to rap, including me, but I'm listening to R&B, and I'm listening to I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm listening to a whole bunch of some other crybaby ass boys. I'm listening to some crybaby boys. But when I listen to Mike, everybody's all right. Everybody's like, he's Mike. He's Mike, nigga. He's cool, nigga. He's the jock. He's the quarterback. He's the fucking quarterback, nigga. He's the hottest quarterback in the fucking high school and the college, nigga. That's the fucking dynamic. That's the dynamic of, knowing how I bring value to the legacy. I'm increasing value to the legacy because nobody else is graduating from the dojo. Nobody else is graduating from the dojo except for the motherfucker who is writing the song from beginning to end. Writing the song from beginning to end, singing the song from beginning to end, practicing the octaves from beginning to end, how the song needs to be sung for the beat from beginning to end. No help, no co-writers, no nothing from beginning to end. Yeah, there's an impression, there's a harmony, there's a calibration. I'm doing everything from beginning to end. Even Micheal had writers. Micheal had help. I'm not using other people's vocals in the background. I'm using my own background vocals. I'm using my own foreground vocals. I'm using my own midground vocals. I'm writing for every beat of genre. I'm leaving an impression, motherfuckers in the dojo, that Mike might have accumulated a brotherhood with during his past life. I don't give a fuck about. Because they wasn't his blood brothers. Mike might have accumulated a brotherhood with people in the music industry that people may have felt like Mike was a real life person experience to them. Like they had conversations and they sat with him and they did this with him and they did that with him. They had heavy, deep conversations with him. But after all is said and done, when it's time for him to go, when it's time for him to go to that afterlife, you're not the one that's really impressionable with him. You're not the one that's as impressionable as the motherfucker who, damn, you wrote that whole song. You sung the background, the foreground, and the midground, the midground vocals. You chose the beat. You practiced how you wanted this part and that part to be sung. You didn't want nobody else's background vocals in it to to hide that you was inadequate at that part, at that pitch, at that octave. You was a little bit inadequate, so you didn't try to get somebody else to do your background vocals. You wrote the hook too. You made the sense. That was your meaning that you wrote to the song. That's your meaning. That's your meaning. How many meanings you have? Over 200 meanings. God damn. How many women you been with? How many women you slept with? I mean, excuse me. How many women you been with? God damn it. All of these people that may have felt like, yo, that shit belonged to me. I could sing that part. I could sing that part. He's supposed to be singing my background vocals. He's supposed to be in the background of my song. That meaning could fit me. That meaning of the song, that's supposed to be to me. How you think I'm gonna respond? How would you think Micheal Jackson would respond? Knowing that I look the way I look. I mean, I smacked the shit out of a nigga. That's not Micheal Jackson, like, is it? It isn't. But that's who I'm like. That's what I'm like. That's how motherfuckers, that's an example of how you should not be caught up with trying to conjure dead people and to, you know, use dead people as a way, because they're not really dead, but use the living dead, the afterlife dead, the afterlifers as a way for you to, you know, charge yourself, charge your ego, boost your ego, power jump your ego. You know, motherfucker think this motherfucker get the power of the Holy Ghost. He think he's Micheal Jackson all of a sudden. Come on, you know. I want to conjure MJ, so I'm gonna hit these MJ moves, and I'm gonna kick my feet, and I'm gonna sing this way, and I'm gonna hit my motherfucking moonwalk. And this is all that's happening post-Hummus Micheal Jackson. Motherfuckers. Everything y'all doing is somebody else's signature. Everything that man did was a goddamn signature. Hee hee, Chimona. It's a signature. The kick, the moonwalk, the motherfucker, the crotch grab. It's a signature. God damn it. Nobody was doing it but him. He the only motherfucker that did it. Even the octave of his voice is a fucking signature. It's like a fucking thumbprint. Mike was a motherfucker who made everything he did his thumbprint. And so now, after him, motherfuckers don't want to talk about the fact that you motherfuckers is literally variations of one motherfucker's thumbprint. And it's not cute, nigga. It's not cute. I don't have to pay homage to it. I don't have to respect it. I don't have to like it. I don't have to think that I have to put my head down and be humble to it because you have more money. I don't have to think that I'm supposed to give you what you can't even handle to sing in a fucking studio. And you're running around and you're just another fucking variation of fucking generic mediocre type of a motherfucker that came before us of his thumbprint. At least when I sing, I could say, hey, I could say, hey, I sound like me. Yeah, I sound like me when I sing. But I also can say, I sound like, if anybody taught me how to sing, it would have to be MJ. How is that even possible? He's dead. Well, I sound so much like me when I sing that if I had to sound like somebody else, it would be MJ. It would be MJ because that's whose dojo I would be fucking kicking the shits with in my afterlife. I'll be motherfucking kicking the shit up with Mike, man. Fuck niggas. They was never that important. Who was important was motherfuckers like that you looked up to. It's like saying, oh, Mike is hanging out with James Brown in Afterlife. Now we all groundable. Now everything makes sense. Everything makes sense now. Everything is groundable. Everything is quite literal now. Who would Mike choose to be spend his afterlife? Oh, James Brown. All right. Oh, makes sense, right? So now I'm coining second king of pop, but just on some house and EDM beats. I'm not gonna do R&B as much as I'm gonna do EDM and house because that is the distinguishment of our characters, of our individuals, of our personalities. I'm not gonna go and kick my feet up and dance like Mike when I know we are not the same responses. We are not the same reactions to the stimuli of the world. We're not going to respond and react the same. We're not. I enjoy EDM. I enjoy house. You know, I can endure techno. I can sit with techno. I can get fucked up on techno. But R&B is something that I can only, you know, do with love. I can only do R&B with love. So if I ain't feeling no love with R&B, if I ain't feeling the love, you feel me? If I ain't feeling the love in R&B, nigga, then you gonna get a gangster response. You gonna get a hard nigga response. You're gonna get a hard response. You're gonna get a very hard response. You're gonna get a very unsensitive response. Because even on my house and EDM infused lyrical songs, which I call hypnopop, which is house and EDM infused with lyrics, on those songs it's just nothing but love. It's nothing but love on those songs. So if I'm gonna do an R&B genre beat and I don't get no love for it, or if I don't feel the love for it, because I'm feeling like the animosity or the hate, like I should be sharing this and sharing that, you're gonna get a hard response, niggas. Fuck you, nigga. It's always worth the rumble, nigga. It's always worth the rumble. I don't care who you are, who you think you got. Like, I don't care how long you've been wearing a suit. Like, when I put on a suit, I look better. Okay, how long you been wearing a suit and tie? When I put it on, I look better. All that one. And that's the gist of, you know, the details of life being a simulation, a video game. The details of knowing your transition point so that you can accept those who you are familiar with in your afterlife in comparison to those who you have just previously finished experiencing your last life with. So motherfuckers can understand not to attach themselves and linger on to your accomplishments and your achievements and what you may have, you know, just been able to complete in life with understanding now. This video is about understanding motherfuckers like Elon Musk, who said life is a video game, a simulation, but that's what you get with him. That's what you're gonna get from him. I believe life is a video game, it's a simulation, but I just don't know the details. Well, yeah, it is, but guess what? It's ran by each motherfucking individual like an RPG, right? This shit it's a motherfucking, it's a free-for-all that eventually becomes a team sport. It becomes a team adventure. It's a free-for-all adventure that eventually becomes a team adventure once you accumulate and you gather enough experience. And then all of a sudden now, you know who you're traveling with, you know who you want to spend multiple lifetimes. You know who you want to spend multiple lifetimes with, whether it's one person or whether it's a group of people, whether it's a lot of people, whether it's like a conglomerate of fucking people, a fucking whole nation full of people, or whether it's just one person. It's your choice. And you learn that as you accumulate your knowledge and wisdom of your self-study, studying yourself, right? So this is some context. If you wanna, you know, look at life through the lens of a Sims character, you're the Sims character, and you know, you play it your way, you do it your way, fine. You know, but science is gonna have to back it up. You just can't spew shit and think that this is what life is. Science is gonna have to back it up. So what you say sticks. That's the power of the word. You know, when you say the word and it manifests, when you say the word and then you watch something manifest, that's because there's hidden science behind it. So let this video be context to, if life is a simulation, a video game, just know, right? Just know that the characters in it are preparing you to go back to that which you was already familiar with. If you fight it, you're gonna become turbulence to your own experience, to your own journey. You're gonna be turbulent. You're gonna be like, you know, glitchy. But if you accept it, you're gonna find out, you know, who those people really was in your past life. You're gonna know who they really was, and you're gonna become to refamiliarize yourself with the people who you are now back to, the group that you are now back to in your afterlife. And with that way of imagining the whole simulation of life and the video game of life, you know, you can account now, moving forward, for a 360-degree understanding, comprehension of what it means for life to be a simulation of a video game. Elon Musk, you suck. Okay? You suck.
Hey, yo, Solid, you the realest.
Shorty want an island boy to try her taste. Shorty know I'm a grinding boy, that diamond boy. Shorty want an island boy, don't try too late. You should know I'm a high-end boy, high-end boy. Shorty want a grinding boy, will try to haze. Baby know I'm an island boy, island boy. So you wanna be my queen, my Pt. Know that I'm a diamond boy, that high-end boy. Girl, you wanna rock my world, so I'ma put her to sleep. Just know I'm a freak up in the sheets, freak up in the sheets. Shorty wanna travel to the stars, so be on her way to Mars. Just know I'ma keep up in the deeds, keep up in the deeds. Now we're staring at the sun, baby, I'ma show you I'm the one. I'ma love you through this run, love you through this run. Shorty my Pt till we die, and we're gonna love until we're done. We're gonna love until we're done. No, I'ma give you the world, cause you're my favorite squirrel. No, we'll create a little swirl, go create a little swirl. I'm a $1 billion scheme with some $1 billion means. No, we all here to taste the world, we can't compare to all the girls. I'm a diamond boy, loving my favorite new toy. Yo, she's risky as a pearl, risky as a pearl. Born in my baby new girl, on my new diamond world, so she can send me a referral. I'm
Yo, Solid, you the realest.
Shorty want an island boy to try her taste. Shorty know I'm a grinding boy, that diamond boy. Shorty want an island boy, don't try too late. You should know I'm a high-end boy, high-end boy. Shorty want a grinding boy, will try to taste. Baby know I'm an island boy, island boy. So you wanna be my queen, my Pt. Know that I'm a diamond boy, a high-end boy.
Hey, yo, Solid, you the realest.
Just wanna be my queen, my Pt. I'm just staring at the sun, never just staring at the sun. Live life right. All night, tonight, do you wanna live life? Sky high, all minds tonight did right. You did alright, you did alright. You did alright, now more life, more life, more life, more life, more life. Your picture's tight, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. You live your life, giving more life, more life, more life, more life tonight. Sky high, giving more life, more life, more life. Show it right, how we live life. Bold nights, legends ride, giving more and more life. Living right. You did alright, you gave us more life, more life, more life. For a moment's time, now enjoy your wine. Party fine, explore your mind. Now I'm giving more life, 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 more life. We'll do alright, more life, giving more life. We'll be alright, be alright, be alright, be alright. We'll do alright, be alright. Your picture's fine, your picture's fine, your picture's fine. So live life, live life, live life. All night, tonight. Do you wanna live life? Sky high, All minds tonight did right. You did right. Did right. Now, more life, 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 more life. Giving more life, more life, more life, more life, more life.